During this video, I will demonstrate and explain the basic formula for shading a sphere. You'll see how light, shadow, and reflection work together to make a drawing look realistic. To start, draw a circle. When deciding on the size, make sure it's big enough for you to move your pencil around easily. This will help your shading look smooth. Try drawing your circle freehand. Begin by making a light circular motion around in the air or just off the paper. Then slowly bring your pencil down and sketch lightly. Don't worry if it's not perfect, you can clean up the shape afterward. Next, add an ellipse for the cast shadow. Place it slightly underneath and overlapping your circle. The shadow should sit on the opposite side of where your light source will be. In this example, the light source is in the top right corner, so the cast shadow extends towards the bottom left corner. To begin, the core shadow is the first area you'll shade on your sphere. It's the darkest part because it's the spot where the light can't reach directly and it doesn't get much reflected light from nearby surfaces either. To find it, start by identifying your highlight. That's the brightest spot where the light hits the sphere. Then imagine the sphere's curve turning away from that highlight. The core shadow sits just past that turning point on the side that faces away from the light. You'll want to make sure your shading follows the curve of the sphere. This will help your drawing look round and realistic. Feel free to turn your paper as you work. Sometimes it's easier to shade smoothly when you adjust the angle. Next, fill in the area below the core shadow, all the way down to the bottom edge of the sphere. This is where you'll see the reflected light that bounces off the surface the sphere is sitting on. This area should still be dark, but not as dark as the core shadow. As you move closer to the surface, the value should gradually lighten to show the gentle reflection of light. Notice how I'm holding my pencil, not the way I would when I'm writing, but with an overhand grip. This grip lets me use the side of my pencil lead rather than the tip, which helps create a smoother, more even layer of shading. You'll want to use this grip when you're shading larger areas or building up soft gradients. When you need to add details or crisp edges, switch back to your regular writing grip for more control. Move on to the top portion of the sphere. Here your goal is to create a smooth transition of values from the dark core shadow into your midtones and finally into your light tones until you reach the tone of your paper, which will be your highlight. Keep using curved strokes that follow the shape of your sphere to keep it looking round and natural. If you get a little too heavy-handed near your highlight, gently lift some of the graphite with your eraser to lighten it. To finish your sphere and really ground it, shade in the cast shadow you drew at the very beginning. Use horizontal strokes as you shade, aiming for a value similar to your core shadow. The darkest part of the cast shadow should be right underneath the sphere where the object touches the surface. That's the basic formula for shading a sphere. It's amazing how shading can transform a flat circle into a three-dimensional form.